and we're going to be streaming some Marenian Tavern story, Patty and the Hungry God. So, I played this a little bit, gonna be honest. It was actually pretty good. It took me about, what was it, I'm like 2 hours and 19 minutes into my save, hold up. Let me just check. Yeah, 2 hours and 19 minutes, and I just found out how to level up. Yeah, I'll let that sink in. I got to the third area of the game as a level 1 with starter gear. Actually, no, I did buy the starter gear that's like good from the store. But yeah. This game's really weird, by the way. Basically, the whole point of it is the main character is this girl, Patty. So she opens up a tavern, and her butler, Romano, is the guy who you go to hand the food, and then for some reason it shows a cutscene where you're serving it even though you handed it to him. Dino's like your little brother or whatever. Although I think there were some translation errors, because in certain dialogue lines they call Gino a girl, but in others they call him a boy, and Gino is a guy's name. So I feel like there were a couple of errors there, because I did notice that while I was playing through. But yeah. And the dialogue's nothing worthwhile. The gameplay for a JRPG is pretty darn good. It's weird though. You do have to get used to movements. The movements are not the best. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, and I forgot what that's actually called. I know it's like the god of poverty or something like that. Basically, the whole point is the little kid knocked over the shrine to it, which made it want to follow him, and then he gave it food, so the god, like, followed him around. And the whole point of this game is just, like, you're trying to get out of poverty by feeding this thing. And also, it took me, not even kidding, the 2 hours I was playing to find out that you level up by eating. I knew that, like, they explained it that you'd get out of poverty by feeding that thing. They never explained, though, that you level up by eating. So, I found that weird. Like, it really threw me off. Saying, now you got all these little maids helping out. Look at that firm mare. He's so thick. I love a man in green. Reminds me of Attack on Titan. They all die. I'm gonna check my audio real quick just to make sure everything's playing, so if you hear feedback, that's gonna be why. Nope, it went under. Seems there were debts. Debts just magically show up, you know? Chubby man. My name is Gustav from the bank. Okay, yeah, it sounds good. Such rude humans. I just realized something. So Just so we're all on the same page, there's multiple gods of misery. This is one of them in this world. But I want to point out some really strange things about this that just don't make sense. The first off, who the hell sealed it away? And in a shrine that a little kid could knock over. Oh. And this is why we don't feed rodents that can fly. Also, that's another thing. So this thing's flying in that cutscene, but it's standing on the ground. I feel like low-key it's actually flying, and they're just like, oh, it's a flying mouse. That's normal. Perfectly fine. You know, when I first saw this, I honestly never looked into this game at all, and I just kind of was hoping that into this building. When I was looking at the screenshots, I was like, this is gonna be a dungeon. This is gonna be like a town got ransacked, and then I got into the game and I was like, oh, so we're just poor. Oh, that's a little bit of a letdown. Yeah, and basically you just make friends with the girl who owns the store for weapons and armor. Oh boy, we got ourselves some water. Here, Gino. Be a good little boy and clean up that whatever it was disaster. Okay. So. Yeah, and holding B lets you dash. Doop, 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 doop. Yep. So these are going to be our two other party members. The god of poverty. Okay, so basically we buy recipes, weapons, armor, everything from here. Even though she's a member of our party, we have to buy stuff from a member of our party. Although to be fair, I'm pretty sure they have to buy food from us because we're the only tavern in town. It's kind of weird like that because then you wonder, like, what did the villagers do before we came? Also, her shack has a monopoly on this town. It's like the whole point of this game. We're coming out of debt, but we're ruining her business. That's exactly why we're here. We're going to Pecora Plains. Ooh, hard mode. Yeah, so you don't get XP though from fighting, so you'll notice immediately like why it's like you played 2 hours without leveling up. Because when we get to the second area, I'm gonna level up before then, obviously. But second area's level 1 is not fun. It's just simple instructions on how to fight. Basically, you can increase speed by clicking the left trigger. You can do auto battle with left bumper. And different enemies that you fight. So skills in this game are weird. I'm gonna give a tutorial on it because the game doesn't really go over it. It just glosses over it. This is the skill section. Look in the bottom left. See how it says physical EP, fire EP, water EP, wind EP, earth EP. I think EP stands for evolution points. Don't remember. Pretty sure it says somewhere. Basically, though, if you look at these, it says there is a needed amount and a gained amount that we already have. Every enemy you kill has evolution points towards a specific stats, like physical enemies have physical, for example. Most enemies actually have multiple stats. They just have one that's a lot bigger than the rest. So the way this works is you kill a lot of enemies of that one type, and you'll get different abilities, obviously, unlocked. And I don't know if we get a bigger party than this. I hope so, because I just hope so. I don't want this to be like, I have 3 party members, because I could only make 3 friends the entire game. But, you know, it's possible. So yeah, we run around, gather stuff, open up chests. The main thing, though, is combat. Because when we get to combat, you can do one of 2 things, and I've learned do auto battle, it's just easier. But you do, I think there's probably going to be add-ons added later, most likely, that'll add like, oh, you can do 5 times speed or 3 times, something like that. But for now, 0.5, and there's no add-ons or anything. And then you can do auto battle, or you can hit like the B button, pull out your skills, which we don't have any, or you can just A. And yeah, it's really simple. And like the start of this is pretty easy. But yeah, and you get a lot of resources, and you might be like, well, why do you get a lot of resources? Because you need a ridiculous fucking amount of stuff to cook. And I'm not kidding when I say that either. Like, there's some things you can cook really easily, but there's other things that just require a ridiculous amount of stuff. Like, in the starter area alone, because of the, there's like 5 or 6 enemies that can spawn in, but there's also like a 7th rare one that's like supposed to be in the next zone, but it's a lower leveled version that spawns in. And here's the thing, if anything like that spawns in, you get random drops off them. Most enemies have anywhere between like, I think it's 1 in 3 or 1 in 5 drops for random items they can give you out of a pool. And when you unlock the monster in the monster glossary, it'll actually tell you what those drops are. Yeah, see, we got slashing down for one of our classes. Now when we do auto battle, he spams that until he runs out of MP. It's really fucking annoying when you have a mage to heal, which by the way is the girl, but it's really stupid whenever she's the only one that heals, and she can't, because she has no MP as soon as she unlocks any other ability. But yeah, and the Garuda meat and also hog meat, I think it is, those 2 things sell for a lot. Obviously, don't sell most resources unless you get a lot of it, but you get a lot of it. Like, you get a ridiculous amount. And I am going to show off, after we do this stream, I'm going to show off an early game exploit you can use for quick money. It's not like, it's not super fast, but it's like, every like 30 seconds to a minute you can get 200 gold, which early game is actually really good, technically. I mean, to be fair, if you killed like, I think you'd have to kill like 5 Garudas to equal it. But if you killed 5, like if you got 5 Garuda meat every like 30 seconds, that would be the equivalent. It's literally just go to the well and spam A on the water, and you can only hold 100 at a time, so you can only do this like 10 times of it at a time, which gives you 200 gold exactly. But here's the thing, you can do that, walk into the shop, walk out, the well's right outside the shop, and you can just keep feeding that. You like never have to go out into combat to get everything in the shop. It's actually where like 5 minutes of my other saves playtime went into. But yeah, now that I know though that you can level up, because I swear to God, I thought like we'd have to go through the whole game as level 1s, but then I was like, that doesn't make sense. I can't think of a game that would, well, I could. I can think of a couple of RPGs that like have a level stat, but don't use it. But still though, you get the idea. I call this attack the Weed Whacker. Okay. So yeah, and you get a lot of fruits out of this. The problem is like, none of these are fruits that you can just use, like, just the fruits. Normally, these require a lot of other items, like salt and stuff like that, or water. The best one is probably if you get, by the way, slimes drop salt, but, if you get apples. Apples are a little bit rarer than everything else, but if you get them, they don't require anything but a knife, which you start off with 3 basic crafting materials, which are a knife, a pot, and I forgot what else. I think it's like your hands or something like that. Like, it's something very basic, but I think we can check. Hold up. We start off with bare hands, iron knife, and a wooden bowl. That's what it is. And then there's 3 more tools you can buy from the shop, and I'm pretty sure we can get, like, upgraded versions of the tools that we've got, but yeah. We'll worry about that as we go. I'm gonna probably be streaming, like, 30 minutes of this at a time, so we keep the videos down in amount. I don't really know if I want to do, like, off-stream farming, because this game, from what I can tell, I'm going to show how the events work. You go to Encyclopedia and go to Story Notes. So if you actually read this, this tells you what the conditions are for stuff to happen. Here's the thing. Main quest. If my right bumper works. There we go. So, a few days after that first cooking, all we have to do is go to the tavern and cook something and sell it. Okay, simple. Village legend. So, it's either this area or the next area. Something random happens on a random day. And then we'll get another mission. This one, speak to Erica. We just go to Erica's shop and we'll get a cutscene that's really short. And there's a bunch of things like that. But most of the stuff is day-to-day. Also, we're just gonna save over this file. It doesn't exist. This is the stream file. This takes up everything, man. We weren't even that far in the game. Like, I'm already where I was in like 30 minutes. So that's how it goes. When you actually know what you're doing, games are a lot faster. I'm also pretty sure I went AFK for a bit there because I really enjoyed the music of this game. Like, it's not great. The combat music sucks. Like, just flat out, this is basic JRPG combat music. But the main menu music and also the town music, those two things are really good. I also do kind of like the music that's going on right now, because ironically, this is the music that plays in, if you've ever played Dark Cloud, I believe it was Dark Cloud 2, if I remember right. There's a place that has this exact soundtrack. I think it's the Rainbow Butterfly Woods, is that what it's called? I think so. Probably. I'm probably right. I could be wrong. Matter of fact, I'm probably wrong. It's somewhere around there, though. Now it's like a foresty area. Yeah, so the whole point, though, is just to keep fighting until your health on all characters runs low. So, like, you're here for a while. But when you finally go back to the tavern, you can craft a lot of different foods, and you can craft a lot of them. The reason's because you sell them to customers, or you can eat them. And again, didn't know you could eat them until later, but you can. And leveling up is very good for your health. Pretty sure when you hit level 2, you literally get double the HP that your character has from level 1. So, it's a big gap. You also get like a damage buff and stuff like that. But yeah, no, and so your main character, which is the girl, starts off as a level 1. Erica, the redhead, starts off as a level 2. And, what's his face? Hold up. Dante starts off as a level 3. And I knew he started off as a level 3, I just couldn't remember his name for the life of me. But, yeah. And so basically, Dante's supposed to be like, oh, he's the guy, so he stands up front and does the most damage. The irony here is if you set either of the two other characters to the front, I know for a fact that the main character, when she gets a bow, the whole point she can use a bow is she's supposed to do more damage from the back. But the redhead actually is meant to just do more damage than Dante, but she's meant to be slower. That's why she's in the back. So yeah. Basically, the redhead's supposed to be the powerhouse of the team. Dante's supposed to be the tank, and what's it called? The main character's supposed to be kind of like an archer. I'm not sure if that changes later. I just know that that's like the basic stat layout from the start of the game. Although the main character starts off with a dagger, like it's like a fruit knife or something stupid at the beginning. The first thing you can buy her though is a bow. So I'm gonna just go ahead and assume a bow's her main thing. Okay, let's see what all we got real quick. See if we got anything good. We got a decent amount of stuff. I can probably... We've got recipes. Oh yeah, that's right. We also have to learn recipes. So, we're gonna go invade people's homes. I want to get all the basic stuff done before we end the stream, which is going to be at about like the 30 or 35 minute mark. And the reason I want to learn all the stuff we can is because it gives us progress. We can't go in that house, no. We have to do the tutorial before you can go into that house. Okay, never mind. No breaking into people's homes to look at their recipes, you know? Some people could just get defensive about that. I, Romano, cleaned everywhere devotedly as a butler. They used... oh god. Oh yeah, that's another thing. So apparently we have a field of some sort to grow stuff on. I didn't pay much attention to it. I should know that we have it. Yeah, so this is gonna be later on in the game, but basically that field is gonna actually be for like growing stuff if we want to. You made a friend already. I'm so happy. Starts crying in Butler. Yeah. Okay, I already know how to do the cooking system. It's very not complicated, but it is. So I'm gonna double check to make sure like that we can't go into people's homes. Because you might think that sounds weird. No, it's very important. Okay, yes, we can now. So the way this works, and I don't know if we can go into the mayor's home. I don't think we can. I'm pretty sure it's locked naturally. We're gonna double check real quick. Yeah, it's locked. Okay, so what we can do though is we can break into people's homes and steal their family recipes. You might be like, wait, are we like heroes or something? No, we're not. We're breaking into people's homes and stealing the recipes. It's pretty straightforward. So, oh yeah, so this was the Three Little Pigs book we just read, and we learned how to make ham, bacon, and sausage. I'll let you think about how morbid that is. I didn't like, I picked it up as soon as like, I was reading through it really fast, and I was like, wait, why did the last one say sausage? I was like, oh my god. Also, that was Dante's home. His dad likes to read up on how to cut up pigs. That's another thing, by the way. So some of these recipe books, you're going to be looking at them and you're going to be like, why are these in people's houses? These are oddly specific. Three Little Pigs teaches you how to cut up freaking piggies. Oh, and we found a secret. I actually didn't get this the first time. I wondered how to get to it. I knew there was like a house or something I was missing. So I'm happy now. I'm content. This house with a clumsy old man, and he gave us honey pancakes. So sweet, so yummy. There's a party in my tummy. Okay. So, what do you have, old lady? Nothing? Old lady's holding out on us. We're gonna have to break her knees and take her recipes. Wait. There's a box. And it had an elixir. I don't know what I was playing earlier, but there was a game I was playing where it was like, you need to go find one of my friends and beat them in chess because I can't do it right now as I've taken too much elixir. Oh wait, we can break into this house. Give me all your recipes. Oh, they're your grandma's. You eat my beans, fool. Hollowed special reed. Ooh, pumpkin pie. Ooh, pumpkin chowder. Ooh, pumpkin salad. Two of those sound disgusting. Jesus, why? Okay. If you're wondering, but pumpkin pie is good. Everything else in that was just like, why? Why are you making that? What's wrong with you? Yeah, so if you look, you can literally just keep heaving water. It's the greatest thing ever. You can only hold 100 at a time, but like, it's just nice to have it all whenever you need it. So anyway, now that we've got recipes, we're gonna use them real quick. Yeah. So, and anything that's not grayed out we can cook, which is basically nothing, but we can do some things. So yeah, and if it's got these symbols where it's like stars, that means it is a recipe for food. If it doesn't, that means it's an ingredient that we can craft out of something else. So yeah. So right now, this is probably the easiest thing to make. So we're gonna make 15 of it. Actually, yeah, 15. 15's a safe number. And we're gonna go up real quick. Yeah, there's nothing else. Okay. We're gonna talk to this guy. So what you can do is you can either click A on this and we can put our foods right here. And what'll happen is if I click the X button, we'll open the store for business and he'll sell them. We're not doing that at all. Why would we do that? We're gonna hit pause, go to eat, and we're gonna feed this to somebody. Who do we want to level up? Obviously the person who looks like they're gonna die the easiest. And now she's not gonna die. It's like impossible. Actually, I just realized if I'm just gonna use it to eat it. Tell you what, game, I'll leave you one. Sell it in the tavern tonight. We're gonna have one customer who's happy. Everyone else is gonna be sad. Okay. The first day is over. And look at that progress. Look at that cutscene. Yeah, and it's random who's serving, but normally it's it's either the main character or it's Romano. I don't know if anyone else can serve. It'd be funny if you saw like the little boy just like, I'm going to give you food. Don't beat me. Yeah, so right there it says that you can eat. See, I skipped this tutorial because the rest seemed pretty simple. So you can only eat a certain amount a day, so you can't, like, level up all at once if you wanted to ridiculously over-level in one day. It's a really dumb way to limit you, because it doesn't really limit you, but we'll pretend like it works. We really will. And, you know, it won't, but we'll pretend. It could work. Think of it like that. Yeah, and so, off-stream farming, as far as that goes, I don't know if I will. I mean, this game seems like there wouldn't be a lot to gain from it. It's all ingredient farming. That's like the whole point. So, like, that's basically it. Like, we'd basically just be doing campaign stuff if we don't do that. So yeah, and you can buy recipes. You can buy... Oh, that's right. So I actually bought one of these from the start, but there are 4 items you can use to cook. And then it's apples that I mentioned. Apples are like really easy to cook because it's like literally just apple slices and the knife. If you just have those 2 things, you're good. Probably I might get helmets for our full party for right now. We'll get bronze mells next. I do want the helmet though first. Just because the helmet helps a lot. Yeah, like if you notice, he starts off with bronze mail, and it's a lot of defense, obviously. When she's got con clothes, and it's like 10 off, so yeah. On the right side though, like now they can all handle themselves. Because the main character is not level 1, and that was the only one who couldn't handle themselves. Almost 30 minutes in. So with that, I'm debating what I want to do. Okay, we'll go in the field one more time. One more, just one. And yeah, you can do this however you want. You can, these things respawn every single day, so you can just run around, grab them as fast as you can, get into fights, auto-battle them, and you basically just keep progressing like this. You get gear from the shop, you level up by eating your own food, you get more money off of selling the food that you make. Higher quality stuff does sell better. I know for a fact if you make, like, half the things that you can make in the second area. Like, the majority of them give you at least 400 gold per meal. That's, like, really good. Given the fact that, like, buying a new recipe is, like, anywhere between 30 and... Like, there's like one or two that's like 180 or something like that, but the rest are all like around 30 and 80. Like, not even 100, just 30 or 80 gold. And then getting all the tools obviously does take a bit, but it's not really. Yeah, and see, notice how just because of the helmet and the armor that guy's got, he doesn't really take damage here. The game seems pretty easy as long as you know that you can level up. As far as that goes, it seems pretty simple. Also, there is fishing. I don't know how to do it. I know it's in the game, though. I look into that for every RPG I play. Like, Torchlight, was there fishing? Yes, there was. Was it memorable? Yes, it was. Was it good? Well, the fishing was okay. Stardew Valley, fishing galore. Gleaner Heights, fish. You name a game that has fishing and I'll tell you if it's amazing. Like the one exception is ESO. ESO did fishing bad. ESO made me cry when I saw that fishing because I was expecting some like, oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be amazing. I can fish with friends. And then it was literally just find this puddle in the ground and you can fish for like 30 seconds. Bam. Okay. Oh, well, what's this? Oh, we're getting jumped. Yeah, so after we rest for this day, I'll end the stream, and then what I'm gonna do, for the first couple days, we're just gonna save up our ingredients. We're not gonna cook anything or sell anything. We'll cook stuff on stream though I don't know if we want to eat first or if we want to sell first. We'll probably eat it first just so that we can like get leveled up. Worry about selling stuff later. This poor slime has no idea what it's running into. A wall. Damn right, it's a wall. Okay, so we're done with that. And you don't actually have to leave the dungeon, I'm just doing that because, like, getting to the end of the dungeon is kind of like the sign of we're done. Okay. I may see if we can craft anything with what we've got. If not, then we'll just end the day with nothing done. Like pickled cucumbers. Doesn't sound worth it, but we can make it. Kinda want to, but at the same time I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. I know a couple of these we could probably make or almost make if we just had all of the stuff required. And by that I mean the tools, I don't mean the actual required stuff. Like, for example, pumpkin pie and stuff. We can make a salted rice ball if we just had the rice ball, but it requires rice. We haven't farmed for that too much. Yeah, we could make a couple. I'm gonna make some salted rice balls. We're gonna level up our party a little bit. There we go. We're gonna get her to be super strong. These rice balls are a very fast way to level up. I'm just saying. Yeah, okay. I can live with that. So, yeah. I'll probably, I don't know. I don't want to farm off-stream yet. I'll probably wait until we're a little bit further. That way I know that no random events are going to happen. Because I know that, like, these, for example, are random events that are going to happen. Can't really think of anything else. Okay. We just opened shop with nothing. Look at that money. Look at that business report. The nothingness rolled in. Let me see if I can trigger that cutscene. If not, oh, so sad. Okay. Yeah, we can just look at what she's got. I think what we'll focus on. Let me debate this real quick. I'll just see if she has anything worth getting first. She doesn't really. That's kind of sad. I do know though that we're gonna need the tools, so that may be a goal. Okay. Yeah, and then we're definitely gonna need the armor. So, hope you have fun watching, and I will see you next time. Anyway, bye-bye.